What does the Bible say about arrogance? The words arrogance, arrogant, proud, and haughty are mentioned over 200 times in the NIV Bible, and in practically every occurrence, it describes a behavior or attitude that is detested by God. Scripture tells us that those who are arrogant and have a haughty heart are an abomination to Him. As Proverbs 16:5 states, "Everyone who is arrogant in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Be assured He will not go unpunished." In fact, of the 7 things the Bible tells us that God hates, haughty eyes is the very first one listed. Jesus Himself taught that what comes out of a person is what defiles them, and He listed 13 characteristics of those who are outside of God's favor, placing arrogance right alongside evils like sexual immorality and murder. To understand the depth of this sin, we can look at the 2 Greek forms of the word used in the New Testament. The first is huperakos, which means swelling or extravagant, often used in the phrase arrogant words. The other is phusiosis, meaning a puffing up of the soul, or loftiness. It is incumbent upon believers to recognize that having a pompous attitude is completely antithetical to godliness. Arrogance is nothing more than an overt display of one's sense of self-importance. It is akin to that "it's all about me" mindset that arrogantly assumes the world revolves around us. Instead of arrogance, the Bible teaches us the opposite. In writing to the church in Corinth, Paul describes the nature of love. Of the many facets of God's love, arrogance is the reverse. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant. Being boastful and having that "I'm better than you" attitude reeks of intimidation and destroys our relationships with others. However, Jesus taught us to put others before self, saying, "But whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be slave of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give His life as a ransom for many." The Apostle Paul echoed these same sentiments in his letter to the Philippians. "Do nothing from rivalry or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves." This is a vast contrast from the dog-eat-dog, competitive nature of our world today. The Christian's behavior towards others should imitate that of Christ, who taught us to wash one another's feet. Where the world pushes us to strive to reach the top and says that he who has the most toys wins, Jesus commands us to be different. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. Regarding our attitudes toward God and our fellow man, God gives us 2 promises. First, that the arrogant will be punished, and second, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." For in truth, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Thank you for watching.